What's up, got the frankincense
As the frankincense and myrrh burn, I start making sense of all the wisdom that I learned. Turn the pages of these scriptures, I see the bigger picture. I wait for his return, earn my rightful place in heaven. 777, as the frankincense and myrrh burn, I start making sense of all the wisdom that I learned. Turn the pages of these scriptures, I see the bigger picture. I wait for his return, earn my rightful place in heaven. 777.
Frankincense and myrrh smells so good, had to put it on my shirt. But better than that, it's the word. I used to live so absurd, bending every curve with the slur of my word. The taste of life had me right up all night, high in the sky like planes when they fly. Trying to get a glimpse of heaven, knew what I was missing. But then the prophet said, wisdom and understanding is your blessing. Money is the root of all your stressing. The power that lies within, that's the spirit. Take heed, don't dare miss it. Like fathers walking out on their children, walking into hell's kitchen. 666, what numbers you bearing? It's that holy grail, holy seventh Sabbath day. I pray I don't travel in the winter, all my girl gets sucked. Cause greater than the days of Noah, these last days.
As the frankincense and myrrh burn, I start making sense of all the wisdom that I learned. Turn the pages of these scriptures, I see the bigger picture. I wait for his return, earn my rightful place in heaven. 777, as the frankincense and myrrh burn, I start making sense of all the wisdom that I learned. Turn the pages of these scriptures, I see the bigger picture. I wait for his return, earn my rightful place in heaven. 777.
I got this 1611 in my lap. Evil spirits lurking around me, so I gotta light a match. World War III, pray my Aki got my back. By Hashimba, rock a thumb, raise my fist and give them dap. These internet prophets got me logging on my Mac. If you only preaching on the internet, it's all cap. If you only preaching on the internet, it's all caps. LOZ, we in the trenches, air Sabbath, that's a fact. Holding posts at they camp till my stomach get a cramp. Trying to save a couple souls right before these clouds crack. The law was a light, so I'm shining like a lamp. Write these scriptures on my heart, Lord, I need that holy stamp. I'm patiently waiting, eyes on the kingdom, we ready to take it. If you scared, go to church, cause it's about to get dangerous. Open up the book of law, where the heathen is painted. Got that frankincense burning while I'm thumbing through pages in
As the frankincense and myrrh burn, I start making sense of all the wisdom that I learned. Turn the pages of these scriptures, I see the bigger picture. I wait for his return, earn my rightful place in heaven. 777, as the frankincense and myrrh burn, I start making sense of all the wisdom that I learned. Turn the pages of these scriptures, I see the bigger picture. I wait for his return, earn my rightful place in heaven. 777.
It's that frankincense and myrrh burn. 777, Yahweh Shai gon' return. Take the kingdom of heaven. Pharisees, you wicked, misinterpret the scriptures. Took millions out your congregation trying to get richer. My main man who put me in the truth is down with you. All praises to the occupant, LOZ to reconfigure. Walking the narrow path, praying to become destined. Have faith in this personification will be a blessing. Metaphorically spitting this truth, giving them facts. We stay strapped, apocryphas and Bibles on our backs. They want us eradicating the hood, giving us crack. Matter of fact, we gonna put Edom up in the trap. Trigger killing my brothers like bombing the Taliban. We got next nuclear warfare on Babylon. Revelation coming soon, another Vietnam. Look out for the whistle, hit you with a missile and a bomb.
As the frankincense and myrrh burn, I start making sense of all the wisdom that I learned. Turn the pages of these scriptures, I see the bigger picture. I wait for his return, earn my rightful place in heaven. 777, as the frankincense and myrrh burn, I start making sense of all the wisdom that I learned. Turn the pages of these scriptures, I see the bigger picture. I wait for his return, earn my rightful place in heaven. 777.
As I'm flipping through these scriptures, breaking down the parable, when that revelation hit you, how you feeling so hysterical, but now I get the picture. I wait for his return. Thank you, y'all, for the baptism of this wisdom that I learned. As my frankincense is burned, I'm meditating heavy on these laws. All that folly talk, I'm really not concerned. Completion number 7, that 144 cages, doing what it take to earn my rightful rightful place in heaven. Woe unto you reverence, scattering all our people selling lies in your Sunday service. This should be illegal. Deception, what they feed you, it leave you so confused. The reason why I'm always studying to show thyself approved. Israel who he choose. I'm counting all my blessings. When you got nothing to lose, there's no reason to be stressing. I always stay secluded with fringes on my shirt, meditating on these scriptures, burning frankincense and myrrh.
As the frankincense and myrrh burn, I start making sense of all the wisdom that I learned. Turn the pages of these scriptures, I see the bigger picture. I wait for his return, earn my rightful place in heaven. 777, as the frankincense and myrrh burn, I start making sense of all the wisdom that I learned. Turn the pages of these scriptures, I see the bigger picture. I wait for his return, earn my rightful place in heaven. 777.
Khan. Shalom to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. Welcome back to another Wednesday wisdom class. I hope everybody, had, or is having a great week. I know, the week could be rough. The week could be trying. Spirits be outside. It may be the winter time. It may be cold, but the spirit's still outside. It could. I hope y'all continue to keep fighting on. I hope y'all continue to keep, battling, keep, fasting, keep praying to the Most High, going through your scriptures, keep fighting on. But welcome back to another Wednesday Wisdom class. I am your Captain Asher, and I got
Khan, all praises, Captain Kadash. Hallelujah.
Khan, welcome back to the Wednesday Wisdom class. Now we're going to jump right into it. The title of the class is Trapped in Envy. I'm going to say it one more time. Trapped in Envy. Now it's very important. Now it's very wise, and very you got to understand the importance of this class, and the importance of Wednesday Wisdom is to bring wisdom, knowledge, and understanding onto the people, that they may be able to grow and they may be able to edify other people on topics like this and other doctrines and things like that. Now, the importance of this class of Trapped in Envy. We know that the spirit of envy is a very powerful spirit. It is a very cunning spirit, if you will, too, because sometimes you may not recognize what the spirit of envy really looks like or what it really is, but it could creep up on you at any given moment, at any given time.
Khan. I wanted to add something too, because I always say, like, when we talk about the scriptures and read the scriptures, every scripture is written for a reason,
right?
And a lot of times, like when you look at it from your own standpoint, you'll say, well, I never envied anybody. I've never been envious, right? Just because you never been envious don't mean nobody has been envious of you, right? So when we look at the scriptures, right, all sin, when we look at all sin, you may have not partaken in all of those sins, but there's a reason that it's written. There's a reason why it says, man shall not lay down with mankind. You never partook in that sin, but that is a sin that is prevalent.
Right.
There's a reason why it says you shall not lay down with a beast. Right. You may have not partaken in that sin, but there are people in this world who have partaken in that sin. There is a reason why all scriptures are written. When it says you are not allowed to envy and do not be envious, it is because there are people who are envious in this world. Right? And we're going to learn tonight about what envy can do, how it destroyed the black and brown communities all across the earth, right? Some of the situation we've seen in the nation of Israel between godly men, we had envious people that knew the scriptures, right? And envy is a deadly thing. Just like Captain Nashua was bringing out, sometimes you may not know when somebody has envy. Envy can be hidden. Envy can have hidden agendas, right? Envy can come in all types of disguises. Envy is evil. Remember, that comes from Satan. Satan can disguise himself to accomplish his main goal, which is what? Destroy you. All right. So we got a lot of scriptures that we're going to bring out about this whole envy thing. And, you know, I don't think we touched on this in a while. You know, we always talk about, we read the scriptures, we touch base here, touch base there. But when we talk about envy, this is something that needs to be talked about in the nation of Israel, because this is a real thing.
Right.
All right. Well, go ahead.
Because, you know, it's very powerful. You know, it's very powerful what you're saying, because, you know, envy has destroyed our communities. Envy has played a very big role, even us falling off as a nation of people. It dropped us off, had us looking crazy a while. You know, but, you know, just like the powerful captain said, you know, the scriptures say what's so written aforetime was written for our learning. These scriptures are meant for our learning. These stories in the Bible is meant for us to learn from. And we gotta utilize these precepts. Let's get the book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 17 to open up. Let's get this class cracking, man. Because this is very important. This is a very serious spirit that's in Israel. And we have to be able to recognize this spirit and stomp it out immediately.
This is the book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 17. Mm-hmm. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of Yahushua, giving thanks to the power and the Father by him.
Mm-hmm. So whatsoever we do in word and deed, we do all in the name of Mashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And you know, when Yahushua was even walking on this earth, Yahushua was walking in a place of humility, a place of a humble nature. He never got envious of it. If we say we're supposed to be followers of Christ, right? If we say we the real followers of Christ, we're supposed to be doing the laws and everything. Should we be envious? La-ah. Should we be wanting to have what another brother has gained? La-ah. We shouldn't move in that mindset or in that state, because it'll destroy us in the end.
I'll say too, that goes into examining ourselves. You know, you got to check that spirit, right? Think about it. As the children of the Most High, right, being in our flesh, we're susceptible to all things of sin, right? But you have to constantly be in a state of examination, meaning, like, let's say I'm looking at a brother, I see a brother prospering in the truth, prospering in the law, right? He doing whatever, everything he touched look like it's turning to gold. And you sit there and you look like, damn, that brother got it all, man. Right? He got it all. And you got to check yourself when you start sinning. There's nothing wrong to sit back and be amazed at a brother's progress, right? Look at the works of the Most High. But when you get to the point where I'm trying to have that. I'm trying to get what he got, right? By any means necessary. Now you start going off a cliff, right? And you got to check that spirit.
Hey, you mind if I get the book of Galatians chapter 5 and verse 13? Because this is very important. You know, while we have the free time, while we have the time to get right, we need to be making sure that we are preparing our spirits and making sure our spirits is in check before Yahushua come back. We have to make sure that we are in line with the scriptures, that we are walking perfectly or in line with the scriptures, or walking side by side in the scriptures. Because if we don't walk side to side, if we don't walk hand in hand with these precepts, we end up being lost, and we end up being in a place that we don't want to be, a place of turmoil and chaos and calamity and turmoil, rather than walking hand in hand, having peace. But let's get that. Let's get the book of Galatians chapter 5, verse 13.
Come on. This is the book of Galatians chapter 5, verse 13.
Uh-huh.
For brethren, ye have been called unto liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh.
What?
Only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh.
Uh-huh.
But by love serve one another.
Now, as you can see, it say while we yet have liberty, only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh. We shouldn't give our flesh the occasion to go off. We shouldn't allow the spirit of envy to fester inside of us, and then it becomes jealousy, then it becomes anger, then it becomes pettiness, rage, and now next thing you know, you end up squabbling with a brother, and now y'all both end up dead, just because of your envy, and your wicked ambitions to do a brother wrong, or to even do a sister wrong, because you see what she got, or you see what how she's progressing. Now let's jump down to verse 19, because let's see what those are occasions to the flesh that we shouldn't be allowing. Let's see.
On the book of Galatians chapter 5, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings.
What?
Envyings.
This is one of the manifestation of the flesh. Envyings. Now we talk about envyings, but let's get the definition of the word envy, because we need to get an understanding of what that word means. A lot of people throw the word envy around, but we have to get the proper definition or the understanding of what the word means. Because sometimes these words break. Sometimes these big words come across in the Bible, and sometimes we tend to overlook the words. But let's get it. From the Merriam-Webster. Chill out, family. 1 second.
Con, I got you.
Con.
The word envy means to be painful or resentful awareness of an advantage or possession enjoyed by another, and the desire to possess the same thing.
That's crazy. And it says a resentfulness awareness of an advantage enjoyed by another. Saying like, prime example, a brother put in work, right? A brother went to school. He got his engineering degree. Now he has his engineering degree. Now he could pull up in a Scat Pack SRT, or he pulling up in a Buick Regal GNX, an old school muscle car, all black. And you see that and you be like, dang, dog, I like his car, bro. I want that. I don't want any car. I want his car. That's envy. That's envying. You want what that brother got. All the hard work he put in to obtain that, but you want that. You want to take it from him.
I want to add something too, because a lot of times the person on the other side of envy don't know when they're being envied, right? I kind of went into that a little bit earlier. So, for example, the second definition when I'm looking at envy here, it gives an example. It says an object of envy, and then it gives the sentence, she was the envy of all her friends. So it don't even got to be one person. It can be a whole group that you hanging out with.
Right.
It could be a group of people that have become envious, right, of a certain individual or of the things that you have been able to obtain. Right? Envy has never played out well. All right. Envy, when you look at First 48, half of those murders that happen comes from envy. Right? When you look at the scriptures, when we read even in Exodus chapter 20, when we read the laws that were written on the stone that Moses came back with, right? It says, thou shalt not covet, right? Covetousness is going into being envious, all right? I'm going to get the definition of covet, right? What is the definition of covet? All right. The word covet means, hold on one second, to yearn, to possess, or have something. All right. To wish for earnestly, covet an award, to desire what belongs to another inordinately or culpably, right? So that just goes into what the brother's bringing out, to what Captain Asher's bringing out. You looking at somebody, you looking at the brother that pulled up with the SRT Scat Pack, and you say, man, I want that. He's so lucky. I wish I had that. Right? Remember, the definition is to wish for it earnestly, to covet, to desire what belongs to another. We are not to do that in the nation of Israel. Right? If anything, if you're trying to get, let's say you see a brother or a sister to a certain status and they've built themselves, they've built their life in a certain way, right? Which we know all of these things come with skills and wisdom and by the blessing of the hands of the Most High. If you want something that you see another brother with, the righteous thing would be to say, hey, brother, you mind showing me or taking you under your wing? Or, hey, sister, you mind showing me or taking me under your wing? How exactly did you accomplish these things? Right? How did you get a wife with her mind well instructed? How did you do that?
Right.
All right. How did you build 5 businesses and for them to be all on one page with no struggle? How did you do that? How did you start? What was your first start? What was the beginning of that? That's the questions that we should be asking instead of saying, man, I wish I had what that brother got. I wish I had what that sister got. That's going into covetousness. That's going into envy. And envy breeds murder. Envy breeds murder, and it breeds strife. So we got to be careful of that spirit at all times, man.
Hold on. I got a preset for that.
Go ahead. Hold on. We got to watch that spirit. How often are you checking your spirit when you see brothers and sisters doing well? All right. We shouldn't be that way. If we a nation, if we're one family, remember, nation is part of small families, and we all consider ourselves real family here. Why wouldn't I be able to go up to a brother and sister and ask them how they accomplished what they got? Because when we look at the people that say they are Jews and are not, and they are truly from the synagogue of Satan, they have figured this thing out. They figured this entire game out. Right? When you see the other side, when you see the people that claim to be Jews and are not, and are from the synagogue of Satan, they work with each other. They show them how to become doctors. They show them how to become lawyers. They show them how to build $1 million empires. They do these things, right? And not charging them an arm and a leg to do it. All right. Our people have this thing in their mind where it says, well, if I'm going to show them the way, shoot, I'm going to hit them over the head. No, that's not how we be. If it's another nation, we hit them over the head. This goes into us being for us and by us, being FUBU people.
Con, I got that precept.
Go ahead, Doc.
Con, is the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 2. For wrath killeth the foolish man, and envy slayeth the silly one.
Envy slayeth the silly one, man. All right, read that one more time. Read that from the beginning.
Con, this is the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 2. For wrath killeth the foolish man, and envy slayeth the silly one.
Envy gonna slay at the silly one, man. Right? It's gonna slay the silly people, right? And if you're not wise, you're gonna get caught up by the envy, right? That's why it's so important to have these scriptures around, man. Right? People be saying, "Well, I read the whole Bible. I read the whole Bible." If you read the whole Bible, you should be able to peep some envy,
Right?
Right? It's not easy to detect, but if you run these scriptures, right? That's why I love 1 John, right? I love 1 John chapter 4, right? It says, test the spirit. How do we test the spirit? We test the spirit by the spirit. We can see the spirit when we run it through the scriptures. The scriptures should be our filter in this life, right? We should be able to peep who's a phony and who's not. When you run them through the scriptures, you should be able to see who's genuinely there, who's genuinely serving the Most High, right? This all goes into discernment. All of these things coincide. All of these things go together, all right? So that was a powerful scripture. Say, wrath slayeth the foolish one, right? And envy gonna slay the silly one.
I got another precept. Golly, this is crazy. This is the book of James, chapter 3 and verse 3. I'll start at 15. This wisdom descendeth not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work.
And that sounds like this whole earth to me. Right? That sounds like the whole earth. Right? Where envy is, where strife is, it's confusion, man. This whole earth is in confusion.
Salah, let me jump at verse 13. Let me go up one. Let me go up to 13 on down. This is the book of James, chapter 3 and verse 13. Who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out of a good conversation his works with meekness of wisdom. But if ye have bitter envying and strife in your hearts, glory not, and lie not against the truth. This wisdom descended not from above, but is earthly, sensual, devilish. For where envying and strife is, there is confusion in every evil work.
Man, that's powerful. That is powerful. That was a lot.
That's crazy, bro.
Right? Envy is earthly and worldly things given by the devil, given by Satan. Right? Because think about it. If we're not living, if how can you be envious, right, if you're not carnal? Only a carnal man could be envious. Only somebody that puts away the spiritual things can be envious. When you're envious, it literally says to desire the things that are of this world, right? You got things in this world, cars, right? Let's talk about back in the day. You may have had all the sheep. You got the nice sheep, no blemishes, right? No problem, sturdy. And somebody's looking at that and saying, I want that.
But you know what's crazy, and the crazy thing is, there's a very famous story in the Bible. We read through the portion all the time. Matter of fact, let's get it. I really want to get it, because this is a prime example. This is actually a very prime example of what envy really looks like. Can we get number 16 and verse 1? And we're gonna read on down.
Come on.
Now this is the destruction of what this shows you how envy is played out, how it forms, how it's played, and then how it's going to play out for you in the end. Because these group of men got destroyed for this. Now let's get that. Numbers 16 in verse 1.
Come on. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 16 and verse 1.
Now
Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and Dathan, and Abram, the sons of Eliab, and On, the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men. They rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Israel, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown.
Now, these group of men, right? All these group of men, famous men are well known in Israel. Famous people that put in work, people that congregate, that delegate jobs and everything. Renowned men of honor, right? Started to conceive a plan against Moses. They seen the power that Moses had. And they were like, you know what? What does one man have all that power? How does one man have all that power? I want it. I want to take it. Who does he think he better than? Let's read on, man. Let's read on.
Come on, verse 3. And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron, and said unto them, Ye take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are holy, every one of them, and the Lord is among them. Wherefore then lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord.
Now this is what they're saying. Look at y'all standing up on this mount. Look at y'all standing up there all high and mighty, thinking y'all the only ones holy. Look at everybody else in this wilderness, man. We all holy. We all got the right to stand for the Lord. What gives y'all the right to stand there for the Lord? Matter of fact, I think we as the people should make sure that we are the ones that the Lord calls upon us. And what gives you the right to stand there and be the head nigga in charge? That's what they saying to Moses and Aaron. What gives you the right to be the two head niggas in charge? They don't even realize that they're playing an envious game now. They seen the power that Moses and Aaron had, that the Most High was dealing with them, and they got jealous of it. That envy started playing. And then here's the crazy thing. The envy ran so bad that it started to creep up onto the princes and the famous men. And they started getting plagued in their minds with this envious game and said, you know what? Moses and Aaron ain't nothing. I could be just as good as them. Matter of fact, I want the power that they got. But they don't realize that the Most High only dealing with Moses and Aaron. They gonna be the mediators and not them. But let's read on. I digress.
And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face, and he spake unto Korah and unto all his company, saying, even tomorrow the Most High will show who are his and who is holy, and will cause him to come near unto him. Even him whom he hath chosen will he cause to come near unto him. This do, take you censers, Korah and all his company.
Now Moses is saying, okay, since you feel all bad, you feel all big and bad and feeling froggy and want to leap, bad. You want to find out who the Holy Ones is? Bad. Grab your censers and let the Most High be the judge betwixt me and you guys. And we'll see who stands out as the Holy One. Let's read on.
Verse 6, this do, take ye censers, Korah and all his company, and put fire therein, and put incense in them before the Most High tomorrow. And it shall be that the man whom the Most High doeth choose, he shall be holy. Ye take too much upon you, you sons of Levi.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses said unto Korah, Hear, I pray you, ye sons of Levi, seemeth it but a small thing unto you, that the Most High, the God of Israel, hath separated you from the congregation of Israel, to bring you near to himself to do the service of the tabernacle of the Most High, and to stand before the congregation to minister unto them.
Now Moses is saying, y'all already got a lot to take on for the Most High. Y'all already separated. Y'all already good. Like he was talking to the Levites at the time. Right. He was like, what more do you want?
He gave them the portion. He gave them their portion, and they still they wanted more. He said, do y'all consider that a small thing? He gave y'all to do the service and to minister and stand before the congregation. Right? And they thinking this is a small thing. They don't see that goes, that's part of envy too, right? Mm-hmm. That's a good point. So the Most High blessed them with their portion, but they say, no, I don't want this portion. I want more. I don't want what God gave me. Give me Moses in them.
Right.
That's what our people do. That's how you know we the people of the book, man.
For real. The Most High gave them the moon. The Most High gave them the stars in the sky. But no, they don't want the stars in the sky. They want the moon too. You already got a big portion to deal with. You already been given something so beautiful. You already become separated. You're already a separated people. You've been delegated to deal with the most important matters of the Most High. Matter of fact, you get fed with the finest of everything. What more do you want than to take my position that the Most High bestowed upon me to do? You already got too much to handle. That's what he's saying. And this is the humility and the humbleness Moses had, because he's telling them, you're making a big mistake. You're trying to get more than what you can chew on, and you don't realize the destruction that's about to come up on your head. But I digress. Let's continue on.
Verse 10. Mm-hmm. And he hath brought thee near to him, and all thy brethren, the sons of Levi, with thee, and seek ye the priesthood also? Mm-hmm. For which cause both thou and all thy company are gathered together against the Lord. And what is Aaron, that ye murmur against him? Mm-hmm. And Moses sent to call Dathan and Abram, the sons of Eliab, which said, we will not come up. Is it a small thing that thou hast brought us up out of the land that floweth with milk and honey, to kill us in the wilderness, except thou make thyself altogether a prince over us?
Now this is envy. That's a big form of envy being played right here. They said, I'm not coming up. You call upon me? What give you the right to call me up? Shall you be in charge over us? Not realizing, not even like considering, hey, the Most High was with Moses when he got us about the land. The Most High put the Spirit on Moses to split the sea in half. The Most High allowed this man to literally stop time for us to fight. They're not realizing this. They're not peeping this at all. Like, they're not understanding that, the Most High dealing with this man. Let me play my role. And let me be comfortable in the position that the Most High put on me. I already been blessed with enough. What more do I need? They not thinking like that at all. And that's one of the delusions of envy plays too. You think you don't have enough, but you want more. But let's continue on.
Verse 14. Moreover, thou hast not brought us into a land that floweth with milk and honey, or given us an inheritance of fields and vineyards. Wilt thou put out the eyes of these men? We will not come up. And Moses was very wroth, and said unto the Lord, respect not thou their offering. I have not taken one donkey from them, neither have I hurt one of them. And Moses said unto Korah, Be thou and all thy company before the Most High, thou and they, and Aaron tomorrow, and take every man his censer, and put incense in them, and bring ye before the Most High every man his censer, 250 censers. Thou also and Aaron, each of you his censer. And they took every man his censer and put fire in them, and laid incense thereon, and stood in the door of the tabernacle of the congregation with Moses and Aaron. And Korah gathered all the congregation against them unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And the glory of the Most High appeared unto all the congregation. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, separate yourselves from among this congregation, that I may consume them in a moment. And they fell upon their faces and said, O Most High, the power of spirits of all flesh, shall one man sin, and wilt thou be wroth with all the congregation? And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the congregation, saying, get ye up from about the tabernacle of Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. And Moses rose up and went unto Dathan and Abiram, and the elders of Israel followed him. And he spake unto the congregation, saying, depart, I pray you, from the tents of these wicked men, and touch nothing of theirs, lest ye be consumed in all their sins. So they got up from their tabernacle of Korah, Dathan and Abiram, on every side. And Dathan and Abiram came out and stood in the door of their tents, and their wives, and their sons, and their little children. And Moses said, hereby ye shall know that the Lord hath sent me to do all these works, for I have not done them of my own mind. If these men die the common death of all men, or if they be visited after the visitation of all men, then the Lord hath not sent me. But if the Lord make a new thing, and the earth open her mouth and swallow them up with all that appertain unto them, and they go down quick into the pit, then ye shall understand that these men have provoked the Lord. It came to pass, as he had made an end of speaking all these words, that the ground clave asunder that was under them, and the earth.
Go ahead, slap.
And the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them up in their houses, and all the men that appertain unto Korah, and all their goods. They and all that appertain unto them went down alive into the pit, and the earth closed upon them, and they perished from among the congregation.
Now, all the blessings that they got from the Most High got took away just like that for their envying against Moses and Aaron. The disrespect, the violation of them thinking that they were above what or better than what Moses had going on. The Most High put Moses in that position. What right does any man have to check Moses about the position that he's been put in by the Most High, or want the position that the Most High put him in to be? Because if it was meant for you, it would have been in your lane. The whole thing is stay in your lane. Matter of fact, I want to get a precept to go with this. Let me get the book of Psalms, chapter 106 and verse 14 on down. Because let's see what was the thing that they provoked the Most High, that they end up provoking the Most High. Let's see. The book of Psalms 106 and verse 14.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 106 and verse 14. But lusted exceedingly in the wilderness and tempted God in the desert.
Now let's see how they tempted God in the wilderness. Let's see.
And he gave them their request, but sent leanness into their soul. They envied Moses. They envied Moses also in the camp, and Aaron, the saint of the Lord.
Read on.
The
verse
earth
17.
opened and swallowed up Dathan and covered the company of Abram.
Now you see? Oh, go ahead.
And a fire was kindled in their company. The flame burnt up the wicked.
Now you can see they envied Moses. These 250 men envied Moses. They wanted the position that Moses played a part in. rather than staying in their own lane and gain the blessings from the Most High while staying in their lane. They ended up getting out of pocket, got ambitious, got greedy, which is all wrapped around beautifully in the word envy. Got ambitious, greedy, and they wanted the position that they didn't have a right to claim. And they ended up getting destroyed behind it. Playing a fool's game. We shouldn't be playing a fool's game because it's only going to end up in destruction. Can I get the book of Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 30? We should not be playing the envious game. As you can see, what happened to Korah and the 250 men. Matter of fact, his whole household was consumed.
If scriptures tell us that these things that were written aforetime were written for our learning, what's the learning lesson there? That if we envy other people, especially holy men or holy women, it says a flame is going to burn us up. A flame is going to burn the wicked. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't want no flames.
Me neither. Right?
I touched the stove before by accident. I touched the exhaust pipe by accident. And I know what that felt like. So just imagine your whole body being burnt up by the flames of the Most High. I don't want the smoke. And neither should you. All right. So I got Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 30. It says, a sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy the rottenness of the bones.
Read that again one more time.
Verse 30. A sound heart is the life of the flesh, but envy the rottenness of the bones.
Envy is the rottenness of the bones. Is the corrupting of the body. Envy is the corrupting of the body. If your bones are rotten, will it be strong to stand on it? Will your bones will you be able to stand on your own? Will you be able to function to do the normal things if your bones are rotting away? Not at all.
You're gonna have what we call the weeble wobble legs.
The weeble wobble legs.
You're gonna have the weeble wobble legs. You don't want those.
Right. You're going to have the feeble knees. And when you have the feeble knees, you're going to be susceptible to stumbling a lot more than you normally would. Rather than having strong bones, a strong, solid foundation. Listen, our people gotta understand this. Gotta really get this concept in their head. Because if we don't check that spirit of envy, that spirit of envy is going to lead to strife. It's going to lead to confusion. And it's going to lead to a whole source of problems that we do not want.
Hey, you know what's crazy? These men were envying Moses and Aaron, not realizing the things that came with what Moses and Aaron that was dealing with. Like Moses was kind of stressing out for the children of Israel.
And that's a powerful point, you think, and that's the thing. Brothers be wanting things, or sisters be wanting, they be looking at other brothers that think they got it good. But Moses was literally telling Yahweh, kill me now. I'm stressed. These niggas stressing me. Kill me. He literally told the Most High, kill me. I'm stressed. These people running amok, and they wanted that position. I'm good. As for me, if I was in that wilderness, as for me and my house, I'm good.
Listen, they want what Moses got, not realizing what it come with, man. Right? You probably looking at the fame and the glory that Moses got, but behind that fame and glory is stress. Behind the fame and glory is worrisome. Behind the fame and glory is 100 councils in one day. Right? Right? Because listen, if scriptures call us an impudent and stuck up people, man, We are hard-headed and stiff-necked people. So imagine Moses trying to deal with all these people and these problems, because the children of Israel, even in the truth nowadays, right? Brothers and sisters be acting like children. They act like straight children. And you thinking that you think, oh, okay, we 45, right? We 50 years old. And you got 55-year-old men in the truth that are acting like little boys. And this is something that Moses had to deal with. Right? Simple things too. You be like, I know they're not tussling over that, man. Come on. Right? But that's why you shouldn't be envious, because you're being jealous of the power, not realizing that there's something on the back end of that. That's why scriptures say, to whom much is given, much is required. We forget about those scriptures. All right, come on. Sister Lisa say it gets worse as we get older for some reason. I don't know why. Right? But we got to realize these things, man. We just read the scripture. It's the rottenness of the bones. You can't stand. You can't get right. You cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven being an envious person. An envious person has a wicked eye. Right? Let's get Psalms chapter 73 real quick. Let's go over some of the traits of an envious person. I think we can start at verse 73 and 3.
Okay. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Right now, us being in the world, us being, not as strong faith and strong-minded, not understanding the end result, not being prudent people. When we look at people that sin and that, they prosper in their wickedness, right? An average person in their mind on the forefront will say, man, how they get to live like that? Right? I want to have money. I want to have my finance together. I want to have the big house, the big cars, right? I want all of those things, right? Let's read on that.
God. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. There are no bands in their death.
What does that mean? It says there's no bands in their death. It says, listen, it's like they got nothing coming to them. It's not like they live in evil, right? I don't see it like the bands of death. The death is not really surrounding them. Like, what's going on? How are they living so long? How are they living so prosperous? Right? There's no bands in death for them. Read on.
But their strength is firm.
Read on.
They are not in trouble as other men.
So when you see somebody like if anybody got Instagram, you see a scammer just, flaunting the money. It's like, man, it look like no trouble around them, right? They're not in trouble like everybody else. Everybody else, we live in paycheck to paycheck, trying to make ends meet. We trying to figure out how the light bill about to get paid next month, right? But the scammer who's defrauding people, they live in a glorious life. Why is that? Keep reading.
Good. Neither are they plagued like other men.
Right? Read on.
Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain.
But it says pride compasseth them as a chain. Right? Read on.
Violence covereth them as a garment.
Violence will cover them as a garment. Read on.
Their eyes stand out with fatness.
Right? That's a trait of an envious man. Their eyes stand out for fatness, right? Their eyes stand out with fatness, Salakia. So think about it. If your eyes stand out with fatness, what does that mean? You got a want for all of this. You looking at I need that, I need that, I need that, I need that, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. Covetous, envious, jealousy, right? Read on.
Come. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish.
They will have more than their heart can wish. Read on.
They are corrupt.
What did God say?
They are corrupt.
They say, listen, they are corrupt. Read on.
And speak wickedly concerning oppression.
People like that, people that have envious spirits and they got all the things that they want, you'll hear them, man. Right? When somebody speaks wickedly against oppression, right?
Ooh, that's powerful, bro.
When they speak wickedly against oppression, that means they're an envious person.
That's powerful. Because if you talk to a lot of these rich Jake about oppression, they're gonna be like, what are you talking about? I'm oppressed. What you mean I'm oppressed? I got if we talk to an average Jake that got 100,000 in the bank right now, they not hearing us when we at that camp.
Listen, in their mind, we talked to brothers like this before. In their mind, oppression don't exist. Right? They think in their mind, like, bro, because they got it, everybody could get it. Right? I don't feel sorry for nobody. If you poor, that's on you. That's how they feel. But we shouldn't move like that. People fall on hard times, right? We go through ups and downs in this life. That's the life of an Israelite. That's the life of a son of the Most High, a daughter of the Most High. You're gonna have your ups and downs. You're gonna have times where you're good financially. You're gonna have times where you're down financially, right? But we got to make sure that we look out for each other. Those wicked men, they not looking out for other people, man.
Right.
And they only care about themselves. As an Israelite, what do we teach? We teach that you should be selfless, not selfish. Right? A man that is envious, a man that is wicked, he speaks wicked things against oppression. Right?
I don't gotta work. Listen, man, oppression. Listen, man, they talk about oppression. They talk about we down. How we down? But I got I got $100,000 in the bank account right now. What you talking about?
Oppression ain't real, brother. Oppression ain't real.
I got these VVS's on. I got these diamonds on. You can see these diamonds on my teeth. You can see these diamonds on my watch. Man, I'm riding in a Bentley right now. What you talking about? I'm oppressed, nigga. I'm up right now. That's a wicked Negro, bro.
A wicked man.
That's a wicked Negro. Come on. Verse 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
Right.
They speak loftily.
So meaning what? Loftily means condescending or arrogant. Right? We've seen this before. Gosh. They speak arrogant. And they speak condescending. What does condescending mean? It means when you speak condescending to somebody, you speak to them in a way which makes them feel beneath you. Like they just peasants, bro. I ain't on that type of time. We heard brothers talk like this all the time. We approach a brother at the camp he got the big chunk on. He got the Cuban link, right? He got the Cuban link bracelet, right?
You seen him?
Yes.
You seen him?
You seen him?
You seen him? You seen him?
Right? We talk to these people. And when we talk to these people, the scriptures already told us that these men are wicked. These men are wicked men. Right? And we shouldn't be that way. We learn from our forefathers, man. Read on.
God. They set their mouth against the heavens. And their tongue walketh through the earth.
Yeah.
Therefore his people return hither, and the waters of a full cup are wrung out to them.
The waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. Listen, the people that speak like this and do things in this nature, it's only bad coming from them in the end. It's only bad things. The result of this is only bad. They might have a good stretch where they live in nice. But remember what scriptures say. Destruction comes suddenly. Sudden destruction is a real thing in the Bible. I've seen many brothers get destroyed suddenly when they thought they was up. I've seen brothers live. They've been on the up and run, the up and coming,
the up and up.
The up and up for the last 7 years straight. Nothing bad happened to him.
Sudden destruction, bud.
Never got arrested, never been shot at, nothing. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're on the highway. That 18-wheeler hit the little swerve on them. Now your car done flipped 35 times. Sudden destruction. Didn't even see it coming. These are things that we want to avoid, man. Right? These are not good things. All right. Let's keep reading on that up.
Cut. So cut. Verse 11. And they say, how doeth God know?
Right.
And is there knowledge in the Most High?
Mm-hmm.
Behold, these are the ungodly.
These are the ungodly men. These are ungodly people.
This chapter is straight fire.
It's a tough one, right? Let's get Sirach 14 and 5.
Come on.
All right, Sirach 14 and verse 5.
Come on. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 14 and verse 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good?
Right.
He shall not take pleasure in his goods.
He shall not take. Matter of fact, start at verse 3. That's a good scripture, but let's get some context. Verse 3.
Verse 3. Riches are not comely for a niggard.
Riches is not comely for a niggard. I didn't say it. I'm reading the scripture. I'm going to read it again. Riches are not comely for a niggard. Right? What does the word niggard mean? It means somebody who is ungenerous and not willing to help a fellow Israel, a fellow person. Right? That's what that means. Stingy. You don't want to help nobody. It says it's not comely, meaning it's not a good thing for riches to be given to somebody like this. Right? Read on.
Con. Riches are not comely for a niggard. And what should an envious man do with money?
What the heck is an envious man gonna do with money? He's just gonna be more wicked.
That's real. If you ever look at like these rappers, their life is in turmoil a large majority of the time. And it's like when they get more money, it's just more problems on their head.
Mm-hmm.
Look at MTV, for instance. You see niggas with money, and they act more niggardly with the money they got. And it causes more problems.
Right.
Crazy.
I was reading something the other day, and it says something about, I'm trying to paraphrase it, but it says one vice brings forth two children. So what it's saying is, really, you got one issue, right? Like one sin, it just leads to bigger issues down the road. It's gonna breed two children. And those two children are gonna have more children. And then next thing you know, the whole generation.
You got a whole bunch. You got a bunch.
There's a whole bunch of wickedness going on.
Oh man.
That's why it's so important to stomp the vices and the sins out. All right, you got to do the best job you can. If you're still struggling, we got to fast, man. All right, we got to talk about it. Why are we still falling like this? Why are you still envious? All right, read on that.
Come on. It's a lot. Verse 4.
Yeah.
He that gathereth by defrauding his own soul gathereth for others.
People don't know what that means. You gather by defrauding yourself, being a fake and a phony to yourself. You stepping on your own principles and morals to do it. It says you're gathering that for somebody else. Right? We've seen this happen. Gathered all that money, gathered all those riches just for somebody else to enjoy.
And guess who's going to enjoy it? Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam gonna take all of that. Either if you dead or in jail, they taking everything for what you got.
Yeah, a good example. If anybody's seen the movie Snowfall, the dude, the main character Franklin Saint, he was a dude. He outside in the streets, he hustling and bustling.
Spoiler alert.
Right? I'm sorry, I gotta spoil it. If you
gotta give him a spoiler alert, you gotta give him a spoiler alert. It's a lot.
If you ain't watching yet, mute the mic real quick. But it's a guy that's outside in the street and he trying to hustle and bustle till he could get up out the drug game. Right? But the Most High he let him get to the highest of highs in his life. Right where he was about to exit the game, guess who took it? Uncle Sam came and froze the bank accounts. Right? He was trying to go legit, said, "Nuh-uh, we need all of that." He went to the bank, none of his money's in the bank anymore. Millions of dollars just missing. Gone. These are things that happen in real life, right? When you get the testament of the OGs in down the street in Franklin Park, they gonna tell you, bro, back in the day, I was a hustler. Bro, I had it all. Right? And you look at them and they just bad.
Strung out,
dirty,
alcoholic, just all unkept, just mangled and mangy and mangled. That's what it looked like.
They say back in the day, I threw 20 bands in the strip club. And you threw 20,000 at the strip club?
Now you begging for 20 cents.
The Most High, man, God is real. That's all I'm gonna say. God is real, right? Let's read on that a little bit more.
God, he that gathereth by defrauding his own soul gathereth for others, that shall spend his goods riotously.
Riotously means like they gonna spend it with no regards to how hard you worked for it. They gonna take your $1,000 in the bank and they gonna spend it. Bam, in 2 minutes. Yeah, keep reading.
He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good?
All right.
He shall not take the pleasure in his goods.
He's not going to be able to take pleasures to his goods. How are you evil to yourself? Right? Because sin is evil to yourself too. Right? A man that's evil to himself is not going to be able to enjoy his goods. Read on.
There is none worse than he that envieth himself.
Man, that's wicked. How you envy yourself? You're so envious that you envy yourself?
Dang. That's deep.
All right. I want to be me. All right. People do that. All right. Keep reading.
Come on. There is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is a recompense of his wickedness.
So it's a recompense of his wickedness. He's so evil. The Most High allowed him to envy himself. Read on.
And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness.
Right. So when it says he do it unwillingly, what does that mean? You have brothers who do good things, but it's not in good faith. Right? They do it just to say they did something. When people pass out, tell you they do it just to say I did that. Right? That's not why we do it. We're supposed to do it because we want to help each other. We want to give back. We want to be generous. We want to be sincere. Sincere is the word. All right. A lot of people are not sincere. When he do good, he does it unwillingly, meaning he almost forced to do it. Right. Go ahead.
And I also want to make a point too. When that wickedness, like he will declare his wickedness, is basically like saying like he gonna be like, didn't I help you? I did that.
Yeah,
I helped you out. I ain't have to, but I did it anyway.
Yeah.
He willing to throw that all in your face. That's crazy. This is a selfish man. This is This is a selfish man or a person. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say a man. I'm gonna say a person because it could pertain to women and men. It's non-gender form, if you will. But like I was saying, that this shows a envious person. You could be envious. You could be so prideful in yourself, so selfish of yourself, to where you're not willing to do good to nobody. You just saying the hell with it. I don't want to do this, but here, take it, man. Take this. Take this $1,500, man, for your rent. Even though you got a lot of money, what's $1,500 to give a brother, man? If you got it like that, and then you throw it back in the brother's face later on, or in a group of a company of a bunch of people, you wicked. But I'm done. Come on.
Keep reading. There's 2 more scripts I want to get on that before we finish.
Come on, verse 7. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. Mm-hmm. The envious man hath a wicked eye. He turneth away his face and despiseth men.
He hate people. The envious man just be hating people for no reason. Right, mm-hmm. Read on.
A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion.
You don't want your portion, you want another man's portion. We just read about that with Moses and Korah and Dathan, right? They had the service of the tabernacle, but instead they said, you know what? I want what Moses got. Keep reading.
A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. A wicked eye envieth his bread, and he is a niggard at his table.
He's a niggard at his table, man. That's what an envious man is, right? That's what an envious man is. We don't strive to be envious people, right? We strive to give people their props, right? Give them their praise, and you say all praise to the Most High. All right. If you desire something that somebody has in the nation of Israel or another nation, it's nothing wrong with asking them, hey, how did you get to that point? You know, I would like to set myself up in that position. Right. I would like to get there. Can you mind walking me through and showing me the steps of how you accomplish that? Right. We don't want to be trapped in envy. Because being trapped in envy is only going to lead to your destruction and demise.
Right.
All right. We want to continue to progress. We want to continue to examine ourselves, examine each other, and we want to continue to strive for the kingdom of the Most High. And envious men do not belong in the kingdom of the Most High. All right. All praise to the Most High. Come on. You got anything up?
I don't. Well. Only thing I got is, man, listen, man, y'all gotta really self-examine and check y'all spirits with this envy, checking your spirit and find out if you have envy anywhere in your life. Because if you don't check that envying spirit, it's going to fester and it leads to other problems. And the problems that you may have right now may be stemming from the spirit of envy. And if you can diagnose that and correct it immediately, you will end up having a better life and a peaceful life in the end. You know, and with that, you know, I say come on.
All praise to the Most High. All praise to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, for his mercy truly endureth forever. I pray everybody was edified. I pray y'all took notes. Pray y'all keep this in your spirit. And let's just continue to progress as the children of Israel. Let's be royal again. Make Israel great again.
All right.
Let's do that. All right. Let's do that. And we do that one step at a time. When we read these scriptures, when we know better, we do better. We shall continue to keep striving. That being said, I want to say all praise to the Most High and shalom to Israel. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh yeah. This your host of WLOZ, Bunya Howada, Bunya Sharala. Akim over there at WLOZ that came with another smash hit. What would you gain if you lose your soul?
What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I'd rather live my life like Job, Lord, refine me in the furnace till I'm pure like gold. From out the concrete grew a rose. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I'd rather live my life like Job, Lord, refine me in the furnace till I'm pure like gold. The truth was written, it was never sold.
There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, very wealthy, blessed and healthy, with a soul pure as gold. Couldn't find another man like him, cause he was perfect and never sinned. The reason why the devil didn't like him, so he asked the Lord, could he test him? The only reason why he loyal to you, cause you blessed him, so he gave him over. Now Satan happy that he taking over, trying to convict him, had the power to do everything but kill him. Now Job never seen it coming, took all his riches and his cattle, he was left with nothing. But he never fold. He blessed Yahweh and he kept his soul, cause he was loyal even though he started breaking out with boils. His wife started to take it hard, but through it all Job never turned on his God. Then the Lord turned back his captivity of troubles, and everything he lost he got back double. Barakatha Yahweh.
For the man to gain the world and lose his soul. I'd rather live my life like Job, Lord, refine me in the furnace till I'm pure like gold. From out the concrete grew a rose. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I'd rather live my life like Job, Lord, refine me in the furnace till I'm pure like gold. The truth was written, it was never sold. The Most High gave me authority and a blank check with your name, most importantly. How much for your soul? A big house with some Porsche keys, haulers from overseas, so you can have you some orgies. Boy, please, you gotta sign in blood to afford these, but you can have it all if you just act accordingly. Here's some forbidden fruit, since you thinking you worthy. You won't surely die, take a bite and conserve me. All I ask in return is a coon for eternity. You're every kingdom in the firmament for your loyalty. Tell your children to keep gang banging and murdering, and tell your women they need Brazilian butt lift surgery. Teach them love is love, can't forget about gay pride. Try and change your mind and that ass is mine. Once you sign a dotted line, there's no way to repent. Don't try to turn back now, you should have read the fine print. Does it nigga profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I'd rather live my life like Job, Lord, refine me in the furnace till I'm pure like gold. From out the concrete grew a rose. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I'd rather live my life like Job, Lord, refine me in the furnace till I'm pure like gold. The truth was written, it was never sold.
So what's the price of your soul? You want the chain, the whip, the cars, the clothes, the money, the Benz, the Rolls, the D's and Lows? We want the kingdom. The whole earth is our turf. By Shema Mashiach Yahushua. Oh yeah. This your host of WLOZ, Bunya Hawada, Bunya Sharam. Akim over there at WLOZ that came with another smash hit. What would you gain if you lose your soul?
What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I'd rather live my life like Job, Lord, refine me in the furnace till I'm pure like gold. From out the concrete grew a rose. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? I'd rather live my life like Job, Lord, refine me in the furnace till I'm pure like gold. The truth was written, it was never sold.
There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, very wealthy, blessed and healthy, with a soul pure as gold. Couldn't find another man like him, cause he was perfect and never sinned. The reason why the devil didn't like him, so he asked the Lord, could he test him? The only reason why he loyal to you, cause you blessed him, so he gave him over. Now Satan happy that he taking over, trying to convict him, had the power to do everything but kill him. Now Job never seen it coming, took all his riches and his cattle, he was left with nothing. But he never fold. He blessed Yahweh and he kept his soul, cause he was loyal even though he started breaking out with boils. His wife started to take it hard, but through it all Job never turned on his God. Then the Lord turned back his captivity of troubles, and everything he lost he got back double. Barakatha Yahweh.
For the man to gain the world and lose his soul, I'd rather live my life like Job, Lord, refine me in the furnace till I'm pure like gold. From out the concrete grew a rose. What does it profit a man?